Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to be the first Q&A of the year and also getting ready for the day. I took a few days of filming to rest and plan a little bit the year. And yesterday I posted on my Instagram a Q&A. So I'm going to be replying to a few questions about bags, life, New Year's resolutions, plans for the year, etc. As always, all the makeup that I'm going to be using and my pajamas and what I'm wearing, you're going to be able to find it on the description box down below. I already applied moisturizer and primer. This is the primer that I really like to use. It's from Laneige and it's very moisturizing. I really love it. Also, during our last trip, I ran out of concealer and I tried to find Tarte at the airport. Of course, I was not able to, so I got to try this one and actually I've been really loving it, and it's the Dior Forever Skin Correct. I've been kind of applying it with this one. So I use a few drops of the Drunken Elephant, the bronzy, and I really love the glow that these ones give you. So I won't be reading the questions in any order in particular. So the topics might be kind of all over the place, but I'm gonna start with this one, and it's how are you feeling and how is your mental health? So during January, especially as we're starting the year and we're coming off from the hecticness that December usually has, I wanted to make sure to give myself time to rest and reset a little bit. But on a personal level, I have been dealing with a few things. I don't know what's in the air, but every person that is very close to me, friends, family, everyone has had a very tricky beginning of the year. And I'm not someone that assumes that because the year started a little bit tricky or a little bit complicated, this has any type of meaning of what the rest of the year has to come. But I think the holidays for many people, yes, we can love and adore Christmas, but sometimes they can be a little bit hard emotionally. Let's add to that the weather. It's a little bit darker, the daytime is shorter and it's cold. So I am someone that has always been used to living by the beach, and by living by the beach I mean summer almost 24/7. And I also worked a lot during December. For now my channel is just me and I would like it to remain that way, and for that I understand that I cannot just drop things and not do anything, and that was a little bit hard this year because I started to get a little bit tired and I wanted to maybe take some time off, but I wanted to finish editing videos, and it's been a little bit tricky to not burn out, to be honest. And I'm not complaining in any way. I adore everything that I do, but sometimes it's very hard to find that spot between doing everything you set yourself up to do and burning out. And I finished December very tired. So yes, I am focusing a lot during January to take care of myself and to rest a little bit more, to just recharge and reset to enter the year with more energy. And I really wish that I could come here and say everything's doing amazing, but yeah, being completely honest, I've been having a bit of a hard time. Nothing too bad, and it's definitely getting better. So gentle reminder, it's okay if your year did not start perfect. In my mind, that doesn't mean anything. Do you think you will get another dog and make Masha a big sister? So finally I can say that if everything goes according to the plan, because you know, nothing is set in stone and life can change a lot, but I dare to say that I think this is going to be the year that we get the second dog. Polo and I have been discussing this for years now. When would we get the second dog? Because it was never a question that we were gonna get another dog. It was just when, and at some point we were set that we were gonna buy a house first and then we would get the second dog when we had the garden and all of that. And I will definitely discuss the house in another question, but finding the house is very much out of our control because right now there is nothing that really fits what we want. And Masha is turning 7 this year, and every time that we take her out for walks, I'm not sure if this is normal, but Masha does specifically love other golden retrievers. If we go to the park and she sees another golden retriever or a Labrador, she goes straight to them and she loves playing with them. So I just can see how she does want a sibling. And right now we don't have kids, we have all the time. We both work from home, so we do feel like right now we have the time and everything to raise another puppy. Because yeah, Masha right now is an angel. She's the most well-behaved, sweet, loving angel in this earth. But when she was a puppy, she was a dinosaur. Very much decided to destroy our apartment. She would eat anything she would find on the floor. So raising a puppy is not easy. And I don't want to go into this thinking that we're gonna have Masha grown up but in a puppy. Like, I know and I'm aware that we're in for another ride because Masha was not easy. But we're ready for it to not be easy for a little while. And I also think that right now Masha still has the energy and the will and just wants to play with other dogs. And I don't want to talk about it, but she will get older and I just want her to experience that. And yeah, I think it's the time. We're probably going to get a puppy after summer when we know that we're gonna be here for the next 6 months and not travel much, because we really want to be here for the puppy and to raise the puppy. I think it's going to be after summer and it's gonna be another girl. We're still discussing the names because this time it's my turn to name the puppy. So if anyone has any name ideas for a girl golden retriever, please let us know. I did get a lot of questions about the house. This has been something that I've been talking about for the last 2 years and we really want to do it. We have not really stopped at all looking for houses. Consistently throughout this 2 years we've been really looking. The thing is that there's not much in the market. A few things are very nice, but they need a lot of work, and we would like something that, yes, we can work on it, but that it's not such a big project. The thing is that we're looking for very old houses. Like, I really love those stone old houses basically in the middle of nowhere, so you can just hear nature and it's so peaceful and so quiet. That's literally what we're looking for, and there aren't many of those available at the market right now. So also we have been considering maybe we should buy an apartment in Barcelona because we know that we want to stay here, but I really love this one and I don't really want to move. But at the same time, we're renting and I would love to own the place, and we've been looking for apartments too, and we're kind of battling between which one we want to do first because we cannot do both at the same time. And I know that an apartment in the city is probably the smartest way to go, but I also know that every single time that we leave the city and we go to the countryside, I feel more like myself. So we don't know where to start, and at this point nothing can even start until we find something, and for now we just have not really found anything that makes us sure to go for it. So I think if the perfect house appears, it's just going to be something that we're gonna go for it, and if not and we find literally the perfect apartment, then we're gonna go that way. But right now we're just not sure. What is still missing from your Chanel collection? It pains me to say, but I still feel like I would love to get back in my collection a white classic flap. I don't know, maybe this time in lambskin. I just know that I miss mine so much. I think being one of the bags that I would reach out for the most, now that I don't have it, I do see why I loved it so much, but at the same time I do kind of want to just let it go. I do have to say that the other day I went to Chanel and I saw this stunning bag. I'm gonna put a clip. The price point was insane, but the bag was so beautiful. I don't think that I would ever go for it, or maybe yes, honestly I don't know. I really loved it. Would love to know what you guys think, but I don't look at it as I need to get this or I need to get that. Just sometimes I really fall in love with certain bags, and lately they have been very unique, like this one, but I can see how I would use a bag like that quite a lot, and it's definitely very special, just a little bit too pricey for my liking. What was your biggest lesson in 2024? 2024 was the best year of my life. I loved every second of it. There were definitely hard moments, but I learned a lot last year and I grew a lot last year too. I don't really know if this really counts as a lesson, but something that I had to learn to accept a lot last year is that you cannot fix everything. Some problems you really just need to sit down and let life work itself. I'm someone that if something is wrong, I am going to fix it and I'm gonna do everything in my power to try to make it work out. But sometimes there's really nothing to do and you just need to sit down, let go and try to relax. Not every situation in life, not every problem needs to be solved by you. Sometimes you just need to let things work out by themselves. Sometimes time is the only thing that's gonna fix something. So yeah, basically letting go. My jewelry wish list, and I just filled my wish list for 2025. I think I have a mix of things because I know that I've been really loving color diamonds, but I also went to Cartier the other day and I tried the Pavé Juke, the small one, and I really loved it. But then again, I also went to Van Cleef and I really loved the Sweet Alhambra, the one in the white gold with the diamonds. It was just beautiful. So honestly, I think I have more jewelry things on my wish list this year than like handbags and shoes. And I know that I'm not gonna get them all, but I've been really loving it. And also I've been really loving just vintage jewelry. I have a full Pinterest board of aquamarines, sapphires, emeralds and different stuff, and I'm not necessarily going to get them. I just really like having a list of things that I've been really loving and that maybe I can manifest and make them happen. This one I've been seeing all over social media, especially TikTok and Instagram. Everyone is calling it the Birkin, and I don't know if I'm wrong, but I think Walmart removed it, so it's not for sale anymore. But this is nothing new. Birkin dupes and fakes have been around for the longest time by many different sources, but this time I understand that being Walmart, it was a little bit shocking. Let's see what Hermes decides to do about it. I don't think it's okay, of course. And I don't know if this is going to be like a controversial opinion, but I just don't really mind. Yes, of course, it's not right that Walmart can just go and do something like this, and they're just duping a brand that has worked and has this heritage. And everyone here knows I love and adore my bags, especially when it comes to the Birkin, but I just don't see it why people being able to buy this specific bag takes anything away from the people that want to go and buy the real one. It goes to the whole point of the exclusivity of the Birkin and the Kelly, and I do believe that if you truly love your bag for the bag, not for the exclusivity or how hard it is to get, that you love it because you love the craftsmanship, because you love how easy it is to use, because it just adapts well to your life, you love the color, you love the leather, then really Walmart offering this dupe takes nothing away from you. And yes, it's wrong, but it just does not need to affect anyone but Hermes. And even then, I don't really think that they care, because the price point and the quality and the craftsmanship is completely opposites. No, I don't think that this is something that Walmart should be able to just go and do. Same as Amazon and these massive retailers, I feel like they can sell bags that don't really need to be called and resemble the Birkin. What about daily life brings you joy? This one is going to sound a little bit cheesy, but for me, the things that bring me the most joy on a day-to-day basis are like very little details. I have a few quotes on my wallpaper for my laptop, and one of them says something along the lines of life is what happens while you're planning your life. And the other one, let me look it up, it says look around you and love what you have, nothing will be the same in a year. And that quote is so true. I feel like we go through life so fast that sometimes we don't realize that what's happening right now, maybe something very little. Like an example, I'm watching a movie, Polo is hugging me, Masha is putting her head on my lap, and I'm just in peace. And that is when I feel full and happy and at peace, and I feel like that's the highlight. It's not really the big events, the big achievements, or buying something. Sometimes I'm in bed and I just look at my apartment, I look at Masha, I look at a painting, and I feel so grateful and so happy to be where I am right now. And I think this is something that I started doing way more in 2024. And before, I was always just going through the motions, thinking of what's next, what I need to do, what I need to plan, what I need to work on. And living on the right now and just appreciating the small things has made me so much happier. Where or how did you learn to edit your YouTube videos? This was basically me time throughout the years, just finding like my own editing style, and also finding the things that I liked to film, what I wanted to create. Because when I started YouTube, I was definitely aiming for something completely different from what I'm doing right now, and I just wanted to talk about bags. I wanted to sit down and talk about bags that I liked, bags that I wanted, reviewing bags that I had, unboxing bags, talking about new collections. And with time, I mean, I've always really loved editing. Like when I was a little kid, like the moment that I got my first phone with a good camera and I had a computer and I would edit videos on iMovie. If it was anyone's birthday, I would be the one who would make a video for them. If it was, I don't know, an event or anything, I always really loved editing videos. Of course, very different from this. It was just like sometimes pictures with music or really anything that I could think of. And with the years of being on YouTube, my love for YouTube switched from sit-down videos to creating more vlogs, and the vlogs, I really loved doing them, and I started to realize that I actually enjoyed filming and editing vlogs way more than sit-down videos. So I just started to experiment with new ways to edit, and I would spend a lot of time finding music and fonts and ways to edit and finding my own style. And I'm not gonna lie, it's very time consuming. Most people that are a little bit smarter than me in that sense, they have editors, so you have more time to think about what you want to film and have more time to film it, whereas most of my time goes into the editing. But I love editing so much that I don't see how I can delegate this to someone else. I think if I take away the editing part of the vlogs, I would not enjoy doing them as much as I do it right now. So I am in this predicament where I just feel like I need to clone myself and have one of me to edit and one of me to film. And it's not that I think that I'm not gonna find someone good enough to edit my videos. I'm sure that there's plenty of people out there that are gonna do a way better job than me, but I truly enjoy doing it myself. It's definitely not easy, and I for sure still have a lot to learn. But if I can give anyone any tip, is that if you want to start YouTube, I would recommend you to invest on Final Cut Pro from the beginning and learn how to edit on Final Cut Pro. Maybe taking a class in color grading and light correction, because I learned it basically tweaking myself, sometimes searching some YouTube videos on how to do things, and it made it harder for me to know how to do things a little bit faster. So I definitely took the hard route. Also, another thing is that lenses are very important. Right now I have this Sony CVE1, that's my camera, and I have two lenses. One of them is a Tamron from 17 to 24, and that is the one that I use for my sit-down videos. And for the more aesthetic shots, I have a Sony 50mm. I'm gonna link both of them on the description box down below. And for traveling, I really love the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's just an amazing little camera. I use it more like as an extra and not the main camera, but sometimes taking the big camera out, it's a little bit complicated. So it's definitely an amazing camera, and I could not recommend it enough. And for music, I use Epidemic Sound, and it's just hours of browsing and finding songs that you like for the clips that you're gonna be using. How long have you been buying from Redeluxe? I've been buying from Georgia and Hunter since the days of Facebook groups. Like, my entire handbag thing started because of Facebook. Now I don't even really use Facebook, but I met Georgia like 6 years ago, and it was a time where I was obsessively looking for certain Louis Vuitton pieces, and she was so amazing for that. And we kind of connected through the love for bags, but also because we're just very similar in many things, and we just get along so well. And funny enough, I ended up doing YouTube videos about bags, and she grew so much her business reselling handbags. So of course, if I'm looking for a specific bag, most likely that Georgia is gonna help me find it. And she always has any dream bag that I have, she manages to find it for me. At this point, I'm not even sure how many of the bags in my collection come from them, but there are so many. This question is about this ring that I'm gonna show you some B-roll of it, and I absolutely love it. I've been so in love and so obsessed with yellow diamonds for quite a while now. This one specifically, I'm gonna read the full name from the website so I don't get it wrong, and I'm gonna link it on the description box down below. It's the two-toned statement diamond wrap ring, and I got it in the size 5 in yellow gold, and I want to highly recommend it because I use it non-stop. I kind of gave my Cartier Jouk a little break, and I'm now using this one because I think it's a little bit more fun, but it gives a very similar vibe, just a little bit more unique, and this one doesn't get stuck with my clothes at all, so it's a little bit more comfortable to use, and I really love it. Why did you move from Mexico? So for the ones that have not watched my channel for a really long time, I'm Mexican and I was born and raised in Mexico, but most of my family, if not right now all of it, lives in Spain, and moving here was a decision that we took years and years ago. We just wanted to finish some things in Mexico, and then I knew for a really long time that I really wanted to live very specifically in Barcelona, and I miss Mexico so much. Like, the food is in another level, something that I miss here in a way that I cannot even express. Of course, we have found ways to cook and buy and like get around the issue of not having certain ingredients or certain dishes, and we have found very nice Mexican restaurants here, but we do miss it, and I think we will miss it for the rest of our lives. We of course plan to go and visit, and when we have kids we plan to go and take them during summers or probably winters, because the winter here is cold, and in Mexico basically you have always kind of summer, specifically if you go to places like Puerto Vallarta. But the main reason why we wanted to move is because here it's a safer country. I feel as a woman more comfortable walking on the street, and I know that it's not completely safe Yes, we've been robbed. Yes, things have happened. And there's for sure pickpocketing and all of that, but it's just not the same. But for anyone that lives in any country similar to Mexico, or in Mexico in particular, you will understand that you just get used to it. You're just kind of programmed to look for certain things and be very, very aware of what's going on around you. And I know that the world is changing, and there's cities that I would consider maybe 4 years ago to be very, very safe, and now they are not, and it's honestly really sad. But the main reason why we moved was for safety, and specifically for me, I just wanted to be able to go and walk on the street. I wanted to go grocery shopping by myself. I wanted to take the subway, take the bus, walk Masha at night. But yes, I miss it, and I feel like Mexico is the most beautiful country in the world that has the best food, such an amazing culture, and the people are so warm, and I do feel like I miss all of that here. But at the end of the day, it was what was best for us to move here, and I'm really happy that we did it. So I'm gonna leave the Q&A here, but I will do more often. I know that I always say that, and I end up doing like one Q&A every 6 months or so. I promise that I'm gonna try to do them more often. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and click the notification bell down below so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you're not done watching, I'm gonna leave you two right here in case you wanna check them out. Thank you, and see you on the next one. Bye!